basketball, the Lakers sitting at 19 and 22. LeBron said, quote, "I want to win. That's not sitting well with me. I don't like having accomplishments, and they don't feel right when it comes in a losing effort." Shannon, how do you interpret what LeBron's saying there?
LeBron wants to compete for a title, although breaking the scoring record, what many people thought would never happen, because of the length of time that you're going to have to play and the consistency of what you're going to have to play with. Yeah. Many thought this record would never be broken. LeBron said, yeah, but I still want to win. He's like, it just doesn't sit well with me that I could potentially break this record and do what? Skip, when Kareem broke the record in '84, they lost the NBA Finals to the Celtics. So he was playing for something. Not only did he break the record, he went to the finals.
I swear, I don't even remember him breaking the record. I don't. You say you do.
I do.
I just don't. And I'm covering the league, and it's like it didn't register to me.
You remember back in the early 80s, teams would not know. They would like, the Celtics would play in Hartford. They didn't always play in the Garden. They played in Hartford. He broke this record, if I'm not mistaken, in Vegas against Utah.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. Yeah. So it just like came and went.
And that was the one that Magic ended up dribbling out at the time. And the Laker fans, they beat him down. Even though he was a 2-time Finals MVP, they beat him down.
Tragic Johnson.
That's what they named him.
Yeah.
And so he had to redeem himself, and he did. He came back in '85, and he redeemed himself. But so LeBron is like, hold on, wait a minute. And he also skipped later in the article. He talked about how that's why he sat out the last 5 games, and 8 of the last 10 games last year. He's like, hell, I'm going for a scoring title, and we're not in the playoffs. What the hell am I doing?
Yeah.
That ain't what I played for. I play basketball. I love the game. There's no question about that. But I play basketball to play meaningful games. To go for a scoring title and we're out of the playoffs, what the hell is that? He's like, yeah, it's great. I don't want to minimize that breaking Kareem record is not a huge accomplishment, but to be doing it and not to be in contention or possibly make the playoffs, that doesn't sit well with me. And I'm glad he said it, and I believe him. I believe it doesn't, because it would mean so much more. Just Thanksgiving, I'm breaking it. Like I said, we still got a ways to go. So I believe if AD gets healthy, with the AFC, with the West, with no Goliath, no mythological team. There's no 17-18 Golden State. There's no old Laker teams with Shaq and Kobe or the Duncan Spurs. There's none of them there.
No, I don't think anybody fears Denver.
No,
because Yoke, as finesse gifted as he is, he's no Shaq.
No,
he doesn't put fear of God in.
And nobody fears the Warriors after what they've been going through this year. Nobody fears nobody.
That's correct.
So with that being said, LeBron's like, but I still, at the end of the day, I want to break this record, but I want to do it in meaningful situations, that the games actually matter, and we're not 40, 15, 16 games out of playoff contention. So I commend him for what he said. He's like, yeah, I want to win, and I want to win, and I'm playing the game of basketball. I want these games to mean something.
Okay. All right. First, very positive point. Where I commend him is on what he said about last year down the stretch. Yes. Because I sat right here in this chair and I said, I got no problem. If you want to go for it, go for it. Because to win a scoring title in year 19, right? Yeah. Year 19, 37, that would be an achievement.
Yeah, I wanted to go for it too. That's what I was to go tune in for.
But for him to dismiss it as corny or silly, you know, like, okay, I got you. And I feel that as, like, I honor that.
Yes.
Because I didn't know he thought that. Right. I thought maybe he was just banged up and he just said, okay, I'm out.
Because, Skip, think about it, how close you are.
Okay.
I mean, think about it. Look what Tom did. Skip, Tom went out there and got it. He said, hold on, I'm 9 catches. I'm 12 attempts away. I'm going to go to get this record, even though
it's his own record.
It's his own record. Yeah. He's like, but I want to go ahead and I'm going to get the record. LeBron's like, man, a scoring title at 37? The likelihood of somebody ever winning another scoring title at 37 is not very good. He's like, nah, but what am I doing this for? We ain't going nowhere.
I got it. But you did have that shot against Jen's Pelicans on a Sunday night at the crib.
Yeah.
You had a shot.
They had to lead.
Beaten New Orleans in that game. You had a shot to get in the back, sort of back into the play-in.
Yes.
And you didn't pull it off. And LeBron was not great in that game. All right. Here's back to today, to now. I don't even, this is Captain Obvious, but this would be an all-time great achievement to pass Kareem, just on the sheer longevity of it. Just scoring and staying healthy enough over 20 years to do this is highly impressive. Right. It's just obviously impressive. I just don't know why he has to keep selling the narrative of, I won't feel right about it if we're not winning. Well, you have something to do with why you're not winning. Like, he's part and parcel of it, and it keeps coming across like, I just don't have enough help. I'm stuck in a situation I can't get out of. And I don't think he is, because it comes across, and you disagree with this, but it feels like give up speech to me. It feels like concession, like I'm conceding we're not a very good team. But wait a second, you can be really good. I just saw you be really good.
I don't think he's saying they're not a really good team, but it's not.
All right. And he isn't.
Yes.
And yet has LeBron, because LeBron did want him. LeBron and AD did campaign or push for or encourage management to please go get Russ. And by God, they went and got him. They paid a pretty premium price for him. And then last year, you were just flat out stuck with him because he was abominable.
Right.
But Darvin Ham, genius move, actually. Wait a second. What if I convince him he could win Sixth Man of the Year coming off the bench?
Well, you know, Skip, I think that has a lot to do with Darvin Ham and the respect that Russ has for him. Because I'm sure Frankie V probably broached that subject to him.
Maybe, but I think he had little to no respect.
To none.
Okay, I agree. Darvin Ham is commanding in his physical presence, in his presentation, in the fact that he played in the league.
Yeah.
Not a great player, but a good one.
Right.
And he knows of what he speaks. Frankie V did not play in the league, and I just think Russ had no respect. But okay, so now you found the new Russ, the Sixth Man of the Year, and I'm pretty sure he's running away with that award because he's putting up these crazy numbers. There are too many turnovers, obviously, and he is the worst three-point shooter in all of basketball. But speaking of that, LeBron keeps acting like, I'm stuck. But he's the one who's now shooting 29.6% from three. Well, he's somewhat culpable for this, and you can do better than that. You can lift out of that. That ranks, that's third from the bottom in the league, and Russ is at the bottom in the league. And those two factors are pretty big in why you're 3 games under 500.
Well, Shaq was shooting 50% from the free throw line, but averaging 30, and nobody said that he was a part of the problem.
All right, but you knew coming in from his college days that he was a poor free throw shooter, so you just had to live with that. But he was so dominant on the boards and in the lane.
Look, the man, give you 29, 8, and 7.
Okay, but still, it's too many empty trips when you're shooting. I think he now ranks, he's around 20th in attempts, but he's 29.6. He's under 30% from three. It won't work. And then I'm going to bring it up just because he brings up the narrative of, gee, we're losing. I'm going to remind you, because it seems like it's almost last season, but you remember that Indiana game? You can't do that. It's a win. It's in your lap.
Yes.
You're ahead going to the fourth quarter, 93-84, and then you get up, I think you got up 17 at one point with 8 minutes left. I think you're up 17 points. Okay, somebody has to take that home. LeBron in the fourth quarter scored 4 points, and he misses 1 3, and
he was like
2 of 8. Yeah. He was 2 of 8. Okay, it wasn't good enough because you can't let that one slip away.
Right.
You got that one. You need
there were
to
a couple of games.
up.
There were a couple of games this year that they had big leads, and the Celtics. They had the Celtics up down by 14 and let that one slip away. He lost in overtime.
They lost in overtime, and LeBron missed the potential game-winning 3 in regulation. Okay, so it's another one. You could have had it. Probably should have had it. That game at Philadelphia. The team roared back because AD went berserk in that game, but he loves to play in Philly. And remember, they roared back in the fourth quarter and won at 37-27 to force overtime. But then in overtime, LeBron didn't score a point, and they lost 13-2. Remember, it was like a miracle comeback and then a no miracle overtime.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it was there for the taking, and LeBron or whoever you want to blame it on, but LeBron's the best player on the team, and they couldn't take it. And then there was that Hornets game. The Hornets aren't very good, obviously, and you can't blow that game. And LeBron had the ball, and then he ran out of his sneaker, remember, at the end of the game, and he winds up like, what am I going to do? And he flipped it to Schroeder in the corner, and he missed the 3. Okay. These are games that you let slip away. I just gave you 4 that were begging to be won by the Lakers, and you're now 3 games under 500, but you're only a couple of games out of the play-in.
Right.
Well, you've seen LeBron. He's been on a tear except for the 3-point shooting, and yet there's one last game, that Miami game. That was the first time he said, gee, my DNA is to win. But remember, at Miami,